Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you a look into July 2021. So we have some cards here that we will be reading and just kind of going over the energy and the vibe of what's coming through for July. I am dog sitting my beautiful little family pug. So if you hear any snoring or anything, that is cute little Skittles in the background, and this is also why I have a different background in behind me. I just wanted to show these beautiful plants because I am not a plant mom like my mom is. So I just wanted to come on and share a little bit of the astrology that's going to be moving through for this month, and then as well as some introspection and some messages from spirit that are coming through. So as I said in my summer solstice reading, if you've checked that out, that this summer we may be feeling a lot of triggers arise, and we may begin to feel a little bit stuck in our communication, maybe starting to recognize the people that we surround ourselves with, how we can use certain triggers that come up when we are communicating with them to help us maybe do a little bit more introspection and healing within ourselves. So for July, the first new moon is on July 9th. So the full moon and the new moon and the full moon of this month is all surrounding our family, foundation, and relationships, more or less around our friendships and how we build a community. So on July 9th, this new moon is in Cancer. So Cancer being a very watery, flowy sign, we are kind of shifting through a space of where we belong, and kind of sifting through a space as well of what we need to honor for our own selves to create a foundation, not only in our environment, but also for our own self as well. So what kind of routine do we need to begin to set in to be sure that we are being the most productive and also the most nurturing for our own self as well? So this new moon in Cancer is also all about new beginnings, like every new moon is as well. So this past full moon, we really did a lot of releasing and coming into a sense of compassion. So for this new moon, it is the intention that all that we have released, and we are calling in that compassion to nourish us through our new beginning, instead of feeling rigidity or feeling a little bit of stuckness, which we may already feel because of that Jupiter retrograde coming in. This is asking us to really just begin to tune in to our own self and start making a little bit of adjustments within our life on where we need to find people that also make us feel like we belong. So this is all about tuning into our foundation, sitting energetically at our root chakra. What do we need to thrive within this moment? And this new moon is going to bring a little bit of clarity of what we should be bringing our energy to and who we should be sharing our energy with. Kind of what I was talking about within the summer solstice as well. So I just love when I see all of these little tidbits coming through and then being echoed into the shift of planets that we're moving through as well. So that is July 9th. And then 3rd, the full moon in Aquarius. And Aquarius is all about expansion, it's all about finding that equality and freedom. So as we see or start recognizing the new beginnings, and maybe even starting to meet people or expand on who we are sharing our energy with for this new moon, that's going to ripple into the full moon of how we feel within a community. How are we sharing with our community? How are we treating our community as well? And the community, not only within the small circle that we surround ourselves with, but also within the community as a collective consciousness, right? So what do we need on July 23rd for the full moon to feel like we are doing something to serve our community, right? So bringing back in that compassion on how we can move forward within this month of just starting to recognize what we need to find expansion within our environments. So those are the new moon and full moons. And of course, I'll do a little bit more in-depth new moon and full moon fun stuff closer to those cycles as always. So moving a little bit more into the planets and a little bit deeper into this foundation that we may be sifting through right now. So the planet Chiron, which is all about going inward. It's all about how we honor our intuitive body, the Chiron planet. And this is going in retrograde on July 15th. So this is all about our mental and physical health as well. And we can look within to really begin to honor that power that we have to have the freedom of recognizing our intuitive body and being in tune with what our potentiality in our physical and mental health has for us, right? So even on the collective level right now, what we're seeing, foundations, maybe division within communities, also huge, medical health rollouts that are coming out right now, right? And it's just so funny that so many of these huge shifts within the collective consciousness is connected with the planetary cycles that are happening within our whole universe right now, right? So on July 15th, so on around that time, I invite you guys to really begin to look within and start to do some meditation on what you feel you should be nurturing within the body. And that also goes for, the foundation that we're kind of coming into. Are we going to use a foundation of feeling what's best for ourselves, or are we gonna use a foundation of what is said that is going to be best for ourselves? Intelligence already to recognize what is going on within ourselves, right? So even though a common cold is something that can easily be shown with certain symptoms, it's just as easy to start recognizing what our mental health needs to be in balance within our life. It's just really listening to that intuitive body, right? So maybe if you are experiencing a little bit of rigidity, something that we're moving through right now, or feeling, a little bit low energy for the mental and physical body, right? Tune into that and really start to see or notice what impulses are coming up, right? So as I go through my self-discovery journey, I really start to just have these knowings of what my body needs at the moment, especially where I am going through some other health problems right now. It's my knowledge and intelligence surrounding what my body needs is 10 times greater than normal, because I am aware that there's something not correct with my physical body. And I am also aware of my intuitive self that is telling my brain, hey, this is what you need to eat. This is what you need to ingest for you to, help heal parts of our own body. It's as simple as that. So for this Chiron retrograde on July 15th, that's really going to give us that energy to do a bit more meditation and introspection of what we need to be sure that we are living with our most authentic and truest freedom for our own health as well, since we already have so much of this juicy knowledge within us that, you know, gives us these triggers within our body, whether it's a knowing or whether, you know, it's a physical pain or dis-ease, right? The whole body, you know, this is a whole system that we have within ourselves, and the system is naturally given to show what is out of balance, right? So we are going to find a bit more energy and a bit more power and strength to begin to honor that part of ourselves coming July 15th. And then we have not only Chiron in retrograde, Jupiter is still in retrograde, and Jupiter is all about communication. It's all about, you know, expansion as well. But when it's in retrograde, things can seem to go a little bit slower. So on July 28th, Jupiter is still in retrograde, but it moves into the sign of Aquarius. And once again, you know, we have that full moon in Aquarius, and Jupiter is moving into the sign of Aquarius. So we're going to have a lot that week that is all about expanding the mind and trying to find equality and freedom through coming into August, right? So we may begin to get a sense of wonder or a sense of noticing that our whole foundation of beliefs of, you know, equality of what we thought was equal, right? It's actually going to really take these rose-colored glasses off to what we believed was equal, and you know, maybe last month or last year, 6 years ago, whatever that may be. It's really going to bring into our vision and our reality of what still needs equality here. So that's going on with the planets, and now we are going to move into the cards. So I chose a few different cards. This first card from Sacred or Rebels Oracle deck is there's going to be all about the message, was the intention, the all around message and vibe of this month. Then we have here the Work Your Light Oracle cards. The intention I put into this was about those relationships, about that foundation that you may kind of be sifting through and trying to find that sense of belonging right now. And then the two cards here from the Surrender Oracle deck is all about introspection. So we're going to move through a couple of these different cards and see what those messages are for us for this month. And if you are interested in a little bit more about, you know, how we are going to move through these triggers that may come up for us within the community that we are experiencing now, go ahead and take a look at my summer solstice reading. I did a lot more chats just about how that energy may be affecting us during this summer months. So let's start with the introspection cards. Why not? So this one flew up first, so we'll see here. So here we have validation, right? So when we are moving through finding a sense of belonging, right, we can begin to feel that we are not validated in certain areas of our lives, and especially finding this new foundation. There are a lot of things out there trying to invalidate our own experiences that we experience on, you know, physical, energetic, environmental level, right? So instead of looking outwards for that validation, because there's always going to be people that don't want to listen to you, or there's always going to be someone that, you know, doesn't want to believe in you, right? This is all about looking inside for your own validation and starting to uphold what is necessary to ripple out into your reality. So finding that sense of belonging, surrounding yourself with people that validate your experiences right now is going to be so nourishing for this month. And this is something that also came up during my full moon energy reading as well, with another energy healer that I work with. She also chose the validation card for this past full moon that was happening on June 24th. So this is going to be the whole, like a whole little nugget that we should really be looking inwards for right now. Okay, so then this one here, okay, I love this one, let's dance. So find a little bit of play, right? Let's also begin to, dance with those people that may either trigger us or, may feel invalidating for us. Begin to have a deeper communication and deeper, experiences with these people to start kind of creating a little bit of back and forth and opening and expanding not only ourselves but others as well, right? As these planets are moving into that expansion at the end of the month, this little dance that we're doing right now, even within ourselves, going through the validation and dancing, we might start to have a little bit of wonder on each side. Is it yes or is it no? Am I right or am I wrong? And we're kind of doing that little dance. But when we begin to validate ourselves of what's going on right now and really begin to align with our truth and really start believing in our own self, that's when we can project our experiences onto others without that fear of thinking that others may be unaccepting or, unwilling to listen to us. We can begin to have also that dance with those people that, if we are experiencing or explaining our experience to these people and they want to dismiss us, we can begin to go a little bit deeper for their own introspection as well and ask them the questions as maybe why do you feel that way towards something that I feel this way about, right? So it's kind of doing the push and pull, a little bit of play, but doing it intentionally, but also being sure that you are having some time for that play time with the people that make you feel the most joyful within your life. So that is definitely a huge thing for this month, as what I said even the last 2 weeks in that summer solstice. Whew, I need to take a drink right now. During that summer solstice reading that I did, it was all about the validation and just allowing ourselves, instead of being triggered by others or others being triggered by us, really to start asking the questions, not only for ourselves, but for others on those topics. So those are the introspection cards. And then here we have about the relationships, as this is a big time for our family support foundation, whatever it may be. Let's take a look at this one here. So initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. I love this so much, because you can see it's kind of like coming out of the darkness and then moving into more of that light as well. So what I'm seeing right now, or what the messages I'm getting right now here, so rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So the initiation is something that we feel that we have to be attached to certain people within our life because they were, a big part of us, or we still have some sort of connection with them, right? But this card is coming up to start recognizing that we are allowed to grow. We are allowed to change our beliefs from what other people around us may have placed upon us. And we are allowed to look outwards and look into other areas of the people that we surround ourselves with to begin better or deeper work. I find the initiation is a lot more deeper, than just changing and having these connections with people. An initiation is a journey, and it's a path of exploring with an intention. So just because we feel that we may not be supported by certain people within our life right now, when we want to leave them and go, mingle with other people, what this card is saying is it's not time to mingle. It's actually time to find your tribe. It's time to find those support systems that have those same intentions for exploration and expansion. So I love that this card came up for the relationships. And you can see as well that there are a lot of snakes down here as well. And, I don't really enjoy calling people certain names, but a big mainstream word now is, people being snakes or, going behind your back. So it's really starting to remove people that feel like they are dimming your light or, feeling like they are invalidating you. And choose the intention of moving forward, that you are only going to surround and give your energy to those who are on that same quest as you are. Love that card came up for the relationships. So this last one is just going to be about the whole vibe. This has been coming up a lot lately, a lot. Be the hunter, not the hunted. Okay, so become your leader, right? Choose the path, initiate yourself in the path of growth. The owl is all about wisdom. It's all about that intelligence. It's also all about being able to see 360, removing those shadows or maybe that glass that may be covering you from what is going on around you that you weren't paying attention to. It's all going to become clear right now, and these things that you aren't paying attention to may come in as a huge message, like, hello, this is something that you should be being aware of, because this is something that may completely be able to shift your idea of what your foundation should be. And this whole be the hunter, not the hunted, it's all about taking that lead into initiating yourself into that new path of exploration. So it's like you're getting the rite of passage to be your own leader, to be able to be so sovereign in your own truth, the sovereignty, right, of really being able to feel free. And we can only feel free if we feel that we are the ones leading our own life. So exactly what Chiron is doing for us this month, looking within, right? We can be free by honoring our intuitive bodies, honoring what support systems that we need, and to validate our experiences that we're having, right? And this is number 8. 8 is a prosperity number, all about good things coming to you, good luck coming to you. So when we begin to step into this this path of being the hunter, and a message is coming in right now, it's finding those answers for yourselves. This is what this is going to be all about. So finding the answers that feel that is the right path for you. So, we may, coming into the hunted area, right? We may have began to, shift our beliefs. This past year was all about shifting our beliefs. Well, that's great, but where were we shifting our beliefs? Is it to fit in with certain people? Is it because that there is a lot of access ads, I don't want to say propaganda, but propaganda coming in for us that have shifted our beliefs in a way that did not feel true to us, feeling that we were being hunted or attacked. It is now time for us to be the hunter and for us to seek our own sovereignty and be our own leaders. That's what this is coming in all about. So I'm really, really feeling, I know for me, July is always a wonderful month. I find I have so many wonderful friends that are Cancer babies, so I have a lot of celebration going on in July. But because I have a lot of celebration, that also means I have to be sure I I recharge my energy, right? And being sure that I am still honoring my truth. And just because, we go out and celebrate with people, and maybe we celebrate with people that, don't really align with us, and that's totally okay if you are found in a situation that those people aren't aligning with us, as long as we remember that we are the ones that choose our own destiny, and we are the ones that must validate ourselves before others do. So we can still be able to be part of the community and to be a part of the bigger environment that we may be in right now. And as long as we're doing that with the intention of recognizing what we are experiencing is valid and validating what we are offering to others is going to be something huge for this month. And I just love July, because especially with this initiation, August 8th, we come through the Lionsgate portal, right? Huge portal for energy. So doing the work now, finding that foundation for yourself now that works for you, is going to be very important for that portal we'll be experiencing on August 8th. I will be doing a workshop on August 8th for anyone who is interested. I'll be sharing more of those details to follow. Not sure when, but it'll be coming up, and y'all will be invited. So that was just a little bit of a look into July and the cards that were chosen and what the planets and moons are saying for us this month. So hope you enjoyed. I would love to hear in the comments if any of this resonated with you. I'm also always open for personal messages if you want to go a little bit deeper and start asking maybe some harder questions, or just looking for someone to give you validation on what you may be feeling right now. So thank you so much for coming to my July reading. I invite you and hope you have an inspiring and nourishing July. Get out into the sun and totally have that celebration with the people that mean the most to you. Sending you so much love, and I will talk to you soon.